High above the dark rippling surface of the North Atlantic, Lookout Frederick Fleet squinted into the night. It was 11:40 p.m., April 14th, 1912. The air was bitterly cold, the stars brilliant against the moonless sky. Suddenly, a shape emerged from the haze on the horizon. It was low, dark, and immense, an iceberg. Fleet's hand shot to the alarm bell. 3 sharp rings pierced the night. He grabbed the phone, his voice urgent as he reported the danger to the bridge. First Officer Murdoch on duty reacted instantly. He ordered the ship hard to port, engines full astern. The massive ship shuddered, beginning to turn, but it was too late. Time, like the space between the Titanic and the iceberg, had run out. 37 seconds after Fleet's warning, the unthinkable occurred. The unsinkable Titanic grazed the iceberg's jagged edge.
The impact to many passengers was unremarkable. Some felt a slight shudder, others a scraping sound. But deep below, in the bowels of the ship, the iceberg's touch was anything but gentle. The collision, a glancing blow rather than a head-on crash, tore open the Titanic's starboard side like a can opener slicing through tin. 6 forward compartments were compromised: the forepeak tank, 3 holds, and 2 boiler rooms. Seawater poured in through the gaping wounds, a relentless torrent against which the Titanic's pumps were powerless. The watertight compartments, a point of pride for the ship's designers, were quickly overwhelmed. The fate of the Titanic, at that moment, was sealed.
As minutes ticked by, the icy Atlantic surged into the Titanic's hull. Each compartment flooded in turn, the water spilling over bulkheads, defying the ship's defenses. The forepeak tank, first to be breached, filled rapidly. Then the first 3 holds, their contents of luggage, mail and cargo offering little resistance to the relentless tide. The situation was most dire in the boiler rooms. Scalding steam and rising water forced the stokers and firemen from their posts. These men, heroes in the face of unimaginable danger, fought to maintain pressure in the boilers for as long as possible, keeping the lights and pumps going. But their bravery could not hold back the sea.
Whispers in the night, reactions on board. On the upper decks, unaware of the drama unfolding below, life went on much as before. Some passengers, awakened by the jolt or unusual sounds, stepped out of their cabins to investigate. Others, reassured by the lack of any visible danger, went back to sleep. Word of the iceberg, however, spread quickly among the crew. Captain Smith, alerted to the situation, rushed to the bridge. He ordered a distress call sent out, the Morse code signal CQD crackling through the night. Little did he know, this call would be answered by a ship too far away to help.
A ship divided, the break and final plunge. As the bow sank lower, the stern rose higher, exposing the propellers. The immense stress on the ship's midsection proved too much. Around 2:18 a.m., with a deafening roar, the Titanic broke in two, the forward section sinking rapidly beneath the waves. The stern, momentarily buoyant, bobbed upright for a few minutes before tilting back into the ocean. Passengers and crew, clinging to the deck or plunging into the icy water, watched in horror. There were not enough lifeboats, and the few that were launched were woefully underfilled.
Into the abyss. Timeline of a tragedy. 11:40 p.m. April 14th. Iceberg sighted. 11:47 p.m. Titanic strikes the iceberg. 12:05 a.m. April 15th. Distress call sent out. 12:25 a.m. Lifeboats begin loading, with women and children first. 2:18 a.m. Titanic breaks in two. 2:20 a.m. Titanic sinks beneath the waves. 4:10 a.m. Carpathia arrives and begins rescuing survivors. The unsinkable Titanic, a monument to human ingenuity, lay 2.5 miles beneath the surface. A somber reminder of the capricious nature of the sea and the fragility of life.